He oído, señor Briscoe.
Si puede dármelo.
In the 1950s, Wagon Train became one of the most popular television series, captivating audiences with its compelling stories of pioneer life. The casting process for this show was a meticulous task, where each character was carefully chosen to create a harmonious and engaging ensemble. Ward Bond, a renowned film actor, was cast as the wagon master, Major Seth Adams. Bond's strong and authoritative presence made him an ideal fit for the role. His previous collaborations with the show's producer, David Dortort. On the film, the quiet man also played a part in his selection. For the role of the scout, Flint McCullough, Robert Horton was chosen. Horton, a relatively unknown actor at the time, impressed the casting directors with his charisma and acting abilities during the audition. His chemistry with Ward Bond was undeniable, further solidifying his position in the cast. The character of Bill Hawks, the wagon's chuck wagon cook, was portrayed by Terry Wilson. Wilson, who had previously worked with Ward Bond in several films, was a natural fit for the role. His easygoing demeanor and comedic timing brought a touch of levity to the otherwise serious show. The role of Charlie Wooster, the wagon's wheeler dealer, was given to Frank McGrath. McGrath's extensive experience in Western films and his ability to portray a likable rogue made him the perfect choice for the part. Lastly, the role of the Doctor, John Hawks, was played by Michael Burns. At the time, Burns was just a teenager, but his acting skills and the chemistry he shared with the rest of the cast made him an ideal addition to the show. In conclusion, the casting process for Wagon Train was a careful and deliberate one, with each actor chosen for their unique abilities and their ability to contribute to the overall dynamic of the show. The result was a captivating and enduring television series that is still cherished by audiences today.
¿Tienes palabra? Es que yo creí que la querías recobrar, Frank. Dadas las circunstancias pensé.
The director of the 1957 TV series Wagon Train, Virgil W. Vogel, brought a unique vision to the show. He was influenced by both classic and contemporary westerns and aimed to create a series that felt both familiar and fresh. Vogel's style was characterized by his attention to detail and his commitment to historical accuracy. He worked closely with the cast and crew to ensure that every aspect of the show, from the costumes to the sets, was true to the period. Vogel's approach to directing was collaborative and hands-on. He worked closely with the actors, guiding their performances and helping them to understand their characters. He also worked closely with the writers, providing input on the scripts and ensuring that the storylines were engaging and believable. One of Vogel's key creative influences was the classic Western film Stagecoach, directed by John Ford. Vogel admired Ford's ability to create a sense of tension and drama within the confines of a single stagecoach, and he sought to bring a similar sense of intimacy and intensity to Wagon Train. Vogel's direction was also informed by his background in documentary filmmaking. He had a keen eye for detail and a deep understanding of the historical context in which the show was set. He worked closely with historians and experts to ensure that the show was not only entertaining, but also educational. In terms of visual style, Vogel favored long shots and wide angles, using the vast landscapes of the American West as a backdrop for the show's dramatic action. He also made use of close-ups and medium shots to capture the emotion and reactions of the characters. Overall, Vogel's directorial vision for Wagon Train was one of historical accuracy, character-driven drama, and visual beauty. He brought a unique perspective to the show, blending the classic Western genre with his own documentary filmmaking background to create a series that was both entertaining and educational.
Es el mejor café que he tomado desde que salí de Buffalo.
¿Es allá donde vivía?
Wagon Train, a popular TV series that first aired in 1957, follows the stories of a group of pioneers as they travel across the American frontier in the mid-19th century. You're in for a treat as we dive into some little-known facts and anecdotes about this classic show. Did you know that Wagon Train was so popular that it was one of the longest-running Western series of its time, spanning 8 seasons and 284 episodes? The show was also known for its impressive list of guest stars, including actors like Ronald Reagan, Burt Reynolds, and Leonard Nimoy, long before they became household names. Throughout its run, Wagon Train tackled a wide range of themes and storyline, from lighthearted and humorous episodes to more serious and thought-provoking ones. Some episodes even touched on controversial topics of the time, such as racism and civil rights. As we explore this classic TV series, you'll discover plenty of surprising and fascinating facts, from behind-the-scenes anecdotes to trivia about the show's production and cultural impact. You might even learn some things that will make you laugh, gasp, or tear up. Do you have a favorite memory or personal experience related to Wagon Train? We'd love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. In the meantime, sit back, relax, and get ready to explore this iconic TV series like never before.
Todos somos pecadores aquí. Estamos viajando juntos hacia un...
In the 1950s, the production of the popular TV series Wagon Train required extensive planning and coordination. The set design was intricate, featuring authentic-looking wagons and camps to accurately depict the 19th century westward migration. The production team paid attention to every detail, from the design of the wagon wheels to the cast period-appropriate costumes. The series was primarily filmed on sound stages in Los Angeles, but the production also traveled to various outdoor locations to capture the vast, open landscapes of the American frontier. These locations included the Alabama Hills in Lone Pine, California, and the Iverson Movie Ranch in Chatsworth, California. One of the logistical challenges of filming Wagon Train was managing the large cast and crew, as well as coordinating the movement of the wagons and livestock. The production team had to ensure that the wagons were positioned correctly and that the cast and crew were safe during filming. To facilitate the filming process, the production team employed innovative techniques and technologies. For instance, they used large cranes to capture aerial shots of the wagons and the landscape. They also used wireless microphones to record sound, allowing the cast to move around freely without being tethered to sound equipment. Despite the challenges, the production team of Wagon Train was able to create a compelling and authentic portrayal of the westward expansion. The series became a cultural touchstone, capturing the spirit of adventure and perseverance that defined the American frontier.
Es tarde para el desayuno, señora Owens. No la culpo, con este calor es difícil pensar.
The classic TV Western, Wagon Train, originally aired from 1957 to 1965 and spanned 50 90-minute episodes. In my opinion, if the episodes had been shorter, around 25 minutes, the show would have been more entertaining. The longer episodes seemed to contain an excessive number of filler scenes that didn't add much to the storyline. Additionally, the show had a soap opera element that would occasionally surface and become an unwelcome part of the narrative. Another aspect that I found annoying was the frequent inclusion of Christianity in the stories. While I respect people's beliefs, I didn't find it necessary or particularly interesting in the context of a Western show. Overall, Wagon Train is a classic Western that has its moments, but it could have been improved with some editing and a more focused approach to storytelling. The creation of a film score and soundtrack is a meticulous process, and the 1957 TV series Wagon Train is no exception. The music in Wagon Train complements the narrative and emotional tone of the show, making it an essential element of the production. The composers and musicians involved in creating the music for Wagon Train understood the importance of their role. They worked diligently to ensure that the music reflected the show's themes of adventure, struggle, and perseverance. The score features a mix of orchestral and folk music, which captures the spirit of the American West. One of the composers who worked on the show, Albert Glasser, spoke about the process of creating music for Wagon Train. He said, "The music had to be big and bold, just like the characters and the landscapes they crossed." Glasser and the other composers achieved this by using sweeping orchestral arrangements and incorporating traditional folk instruments like the harmonica and the guitar. The soundtrack also includes popular songs of the time, which further enhances the show's emotional tone. For example, the theme song, Wagon Train, became a hit single and helped to establish the show's popularity. The music in Wagon Train is not just background noise, it is an essential part of the storytelling. The composers and musicians worked closely with the show's creators to ensure that the music reflected the characters' emotions and the narrative's progression. The result is a soundtrack that is both memorable and evocative, transporting viewers to the American West and immersing them in the world of Wagon Train. In conclusion, the creation of the score and soundtrack for Wagon Train was a collaborative effort between composers, musicians, and the show's creators. The music complements the narrative and emotional tone of the show, making it an essential element of the production. The soundtrack's mix of orchestral and folk music, along with popular songs of the time, creates a captivating and evocative soundscape that transports viewers to the American West and enhances their viewing experience.
Esas cosas.
Lo siento, no fue esa mi intención.
Ward Bond, the star of Wagon Train, passed away in Dallas on the same day as singer Johnny Horton in 1960. Contrary to popular belief, Bond had no role in casting decisions for the show. Michael Burns, who later joined the cast as Barnaby West, had previously appeared in 5 episodes playing different characters. Initially, Charlie Wooster's character was portrayed as having significant medical knowledge, but this aspect was later dropped, and Wooster was shown to have little to no medical expertise.
Sí he visto es a una muchacha disfrazada de hombre disparando igual que una niña.
¿Como una niña? Si no se arrepiente.
One of the most iconic scenes in the 1957 TV series Wagon Train is the farewell scene in the episode The John Cameron Story. The scene shows the character of John Cameron, played by actor Frank Overton, saying goodbye to the wagon train as he decides to stay behind in a dangerous territory to protect a group of settlers. The direction in this scene is masterful, with the camera focusing on Overton's face as he delivers a heartfelt and emotional speech. The use of close-ups and slow pans adds to the intensity of the moment, drawing the audience in and making them feel the weight of Cameron's decision. Overton's performance is exceptional, with his portrayal of a man torn between his sense of duty and his desire to protect those he cares about. His delivery is sincere and powerful, leaving a lasting impact on the audience. The cinematography is also noteworthy, with the use of natural lighting and wide shots of the surrounding landscape to emphasize the isolation and vulnerability of Cameron's position. The combination of these elements creates a scene that is both visually stunning and emotionally resonant. According to the show's director, this scene was particularly challenging to film due to the emotional intensity required from Overton. However, the final result was worth the effort, as it has become one of the most memorable scenes in the series. Overall, this scene is a testament to the power of visual storytelling and the impact that strong direction, performance, and cinematography can have on an audience. It is a scene that has left a lasting impression on viewers and remains a standout moment in the series.
Lo ha expresado con mucho tino. ¿No es cierto, Charles?
Yo no lo habría dicho mejor.
Ward Bond and Robert Horton, two main cast members of the 1957 TV series Wagon Train, had a well-known feud. Horton was rumored to be the subject of false claims about his sexuality spread by Bond. Thankfully, they resolved their issues just 2 days before Bond's passing. Denny Miller gained significant public recognition through his role as Duke Shannon on Wagon Train. Meanwhile, Robert Fuller did not replace Horton in the later seasons of the show, as is often assumed. Fuller joined the cast after Horton had already left, following the cancellation of Laramie. This clarification is essential for those following the series' evolution and the careers of its talented cast members.
Hasta mañana.
Hasta mañana.
The 1957 TV series Wagon Train proved to be a significant cultural and social phenomenon. It resonated with audiences by presenting Western expansion through the eyes of a wagon train traveling from Missouri to California. The show's realistic portrayal of the challenges and triumphs of 19th century pioneers allowed viewers to connect with their ancestors' experiences. Wagon Train had a considerable influence on pop culture, popularizing the Western genre on television. Its episodic nature, with self-contained stories and a rotating cast of guest stars, became a staple of TV programming. The show's theme song, Wagon Train, composed by Stanley Wilson, also left a lasting impact, becoming a classic piece of American television music. Moreover, Wagon Train contributed to discussions on relevant social and cultural themes. The series explored issues like community, perseverance, and the human spirit. By depicting a diverse group of travelers working together to overcome obstacles, the show promoted unity and cooperation. Additionally, Wagon Train occasionally tackled contemporary social issues, albeit subtly, reflecting the era's attitudes towards race, gender, and social justice. In summary, Wagon Train left an indelible mark on American culture and society. Its realistic portrayal of pioneer life, influential format, and thoughtful exploration of social themes made it a beloved and enduring piece of television history.
Lo maté.
In the 1957 series Wagon Train, actor Martin Landau had an unpleasant experience when his co-star, Ward Bond, discovered he was Jewish. Instead of a stage punch during a fight scene, Bond deliberately struck Landau. Before appearing together on Wagon Train, Robert Fuller and John McIntire had worked together on Laramie, with McIntire making guest appearances. The first season of Wagon Train was sponsored by the Edsel division of the Ford Motor Company.
Porque el señor Leavitt lo vendió para pagar mi viaje al oeste y no tenía ningún derecho.
¿El francés?
Wagon Train, a 1957 television series, received positive reviews from critics and audiences alike. The show, which followed a wagon train traveling through the American West, was praised for its strong storytelling and well-developed characters. Notable television critic Jack Good of the New York Times described Wagon Train as a consistently superior Western that has been able to combine the excitement of the great outdoors with intelligent scripts and capable acting. Audiences also responded positively to the show. According to viewership data from the time, Wagon Train was one of the top-rated programs on television during its first season. The show was also recognized with several awards and nominations. Wagon Train was nominated for 4 Primetime Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Dramatic Series and Outstanding Achievement in Cinematography for Television. The show's theme music, composed by Stanley Wilson, was also nominated for a Grammy Award. These accolades are significant for those involved in the production of Wagon Train, as they serve as a testament to the show's quality and impact. The nominations and awards demonstrate that the show was able to stand out in a crowded field of television westerns and leave a lasting impression on both critics and audiences. Overall, the critical reception and awards received by Wagon Train are a reflection of the show's enduring popularity and influence. The series remains a beloved classic of the Western genre and continues to be watched and enjoyed by audiences today. Notable figures in the Western genre, both Ward Bond and John McIntire, who succeeded him, had the opportunity to work in John Ford-directed films. Robert Fuller, known for his role in Wagon Train, held a special place in the hearts of future actors, and Western enthusiasts Nancy Stafford and Clarence Gilliard Jr. as children. They admired Fuller through their viewings of Laramie and Wagon Train. In the public domain now are 3 Wagon Train episodes: The Malachi Hobart Story, The Dr. Denker Story, and Alias Billhawks. These episodes offer a glimpse into the show's exploration of various stories and characters throughout its run.
No les diré que no es serio, porque lo es. Muy serio. Toda la...
Wagon Train, a popular 1957 TV series, was known for its compelling stories and talented cast. Anecdotes from behind the scenes offer a fascinating glimpse into the production. Ward Bond, who played Major Seth Adams, was a practical joker on set. He once filled co-star Terry Wilson's trailer with popcorn, covering everything from the floor to the ceiling. This prank, while harmless, brought laughter to the cast and crew, relieving stress during long filming days. The series also faced challenges due to its large ensemble of actors and extras. Each episode required coordinating numerous wagons, horses, and livestock, which often led to logistical issues and delays. Despite these challenges, the cast and crew remained dedicated to creating an engaging and authentic experience for viewers. Robert Horton, who played Flint McCullough, was known for his singing talent. He often entertained the cast and crew with impromptu performances during breaks, lifting spirits and fostering camaraderie on set. Wagon Train also provided opportunities for up-and-coming actors. For instance, a young Dennis Hopper appeared in a 1959 episode, marking an early role in his successful career. These anecdotes offer a glimpse into the lighthearted and collaborative atmosphere on the set of Wagon Train, revealing the human side of the series' creation.
Le diste, Flint.
Vaya que sí, señor McCullough. Vi cómo salía polvo del costado con el disparo. ¿Vamos tras él, señor?
Robert Horton was chosen over John Smith to play the character of Flint McCullough on Wagon Train, a series based on the Gene Lebeck story. Horton's portrayal became a significant part of the show's success. The character of Charles Wooster, portrayed by Terry Wilson, had inconsistent literacy levels throughout the series. In one episode, Bill Hawk scolds Wooster for looking at a book, implying illiteracy. However, in a different episode, Wooster not only reads from Romeo and Juliet with Nellie Jefferson, but also shares a scrapbook of her performances, complete with his own written comments. Robert Fuller, another actor in Wagon Train, had the opportunity to work with familiar faces throughout his career. He starred alongside John Smith in Laramie, collaborated with John McIntire and Denny Miller in Wagon Train, and worked with Julie London and Bobby Troup in Emergency. These connections highlight the tight-knit nature of the television industry during that time.
Parajes solitarios.
No lo quiero en mi carreta, no me sirve para nada.
Antes de salir debió pensarlo. Usted aceptó traerlo y tendrá que...
Wagon Train, a 1957 TV series, holds a significant place in film history as it exemplifies the classic Western genre. It showcased the trials and tribulations of a wagon train traveling from Missouri to California in the mid-19th century, reflecting the American pioneer spirit. The series had a profound impact on future filmmaking, popularizing the anthology format with each episode focusing on different characters and stories. This narrative style allowed for a wide range of themes and moral dilemmas to be explored, contributing to its 6-year run and enduring popularity. Wagon Train's influence extended beyond its original run, inspiring subsequent works such as the 1967 film The Way West, which was based on a novel of the same name, and shared similar themes with the series. Additionally, the series paved the way for other successful anthology-style shows, demonstrating the potential for flexibility and creativity within the format. In essence, Wagon Train left an indelible mark on the Western genre and television as a whole, proving the viability of the anthology format and inspiring future storytellers to explore new narrative territories.
Amigo tuyo. Es uno de esos problemas que trae consigo el ser un hombre honrado.
Robert Fuller, known for his role in Wagon Train, had the opportunity to work with Dan Duryea in both Laramie and the movie Incident at Phantom Hill, as well as in Wagon Train. Robert Horton, another Wagon Train actor, had a consistent look in the series, and in A Man Called Shenandoah, riding the same chestnut Appaloosa and wearing the same gun belt, similar to John Wayne's choice in his films. However, Horton was absent for 20 episodes in his final season due to his commitments in musical theater.
En mi carro.
Si llevamos a alguien así en la caravana, tendremos problemas.
No importa.
Ward Bond's last acting project was the television series Wagon Train, where he played Major Seth Adams until his sudden death during the 4th season. The show never explained his character's disappearance. Interestingly, Robert Horton, the original actor who played Flint McCullough, shared the same birthday as his replacement, Robert Fuller, but 9 years apart. Horton had previously worked with James Best in episodes of Wagon Train and The Barbara Stanwyck Show. Their collaborations added depth to the shows, showcasing their acting abilities.
Aquí por su cuenta, no le importa ser abandonado, es más, lo espera.
Mayor está enfermo y necesita ayuda y será mi responsabilidad.
Robert Horton, known for his role in Wagon Train, became the last original cast member alive following Terry Wilson's death in 1999. The show was inspired by the film Wagon Master, where Ward Bond, who later starred in Wagon Train, played the head of a wagon train. Gene Roddenberry, creator of Star Trek, cited Wagon Train as an influence, describing his original concept as Wagon Train to the Stars. Gene L. Kuhn, a writer for Wagon Train, penned 23 episodes of the show, which aired from 1957.
Conozco estos indios, coronel. Tienen afinidad por la sangre y les gusta. Si ven que lucharemos, tal vez nos dejen en paz.
When Wagon Train premiered in 1957, its lead actor, Ward Bond, was already dealing with serious health issues. He had high blood pressure and had been advised to cut back on his workload. Unfortunately, Bond continued to consume alcohol heavily during the production of the series. The show's theme music was adapted from the Jerome Morris score of the film The Jayhawkers. When Morris worked as a composer for 5 episodes of Wagon Train from 1959 to 1960, it is one of the most recognizable theme songs from American TV westerns. The first 6 seasons and season 8 of Wagon Train consisted of hour-long episodes in black and white. However, season 7 episodes were in color and 90 minutes long. In syndication, the season 7 episodes were often aired separately on a weekly basis, particularly on Saturdays. Meanwhile, the hour-long episodes were typically shown in syndication on weekdays, with the season 7 episodes omitted. In recent years, the Starz Encore Westerns channel and INSP have aired the season 7 episodes in sequence with the other episodes as part of their weekday schedules.
¿Seguro que no quiere un trago, señor McCullough?
Bien, lo tomaré.
Ward Bond, a key figure in Wagon Train, worked despite a high blood pressure diagnosis, not reducing his schedule. Before appearing together in Wagon Train, Robert Horton stuntman Frank McGrath had worked with him in Pony Soldier and Apache War Smoke. Horton owned the Appaloosa horse he frequently rode in both series. During the first season, a harmonica player often played the theme song in the evening campfire scenes. A practice discontinued in the second season when the main theme changed to a trail song with lyrics.
Ya nos cansamos de tus sermones.
The character known as Charlie Wooster on the TV series Wagon Train was often called Chuck, a nickname for Charles or Charlie. Interestingly, he was sometimes referred to by both names in the same episode. Robert Fuller, who starred in Wagon Train, had the unique experience of working on all his series, including Laramie and Emergency, at Universal Studios. This continuity of location may have contributed to the seamless transitions between his various roles. The consistency of working at the same studio for different shows could have provided a familiar environment for Fuller, allowing him to focus more on his characters and less on adjusting to new surroundings.
Ansiosa por salir de aquí.
Nunca creí que usted se portaría así.
In the critically acclaimed TV series Wagon Train, which first aired in 1957, a tragic event occurred during the filming of the episode The Coulter Craven Story. The show's star, Ward Bond, who played Major Seth Adams, passed away suddenly from a heart attack while on location in Dallas, Texas. The production was halted, and the remaining scenes were filmed with a different actor, John McIntire, who took over the role of the Wagon Master. This unexpected and unfortunate event shocked the cast, crew, and fans of the show, leaving a sad mark in the history of Wagon Train.
Para que encuentre el camino. ¿A dónde? A nosotros.
If the 1957 TV series Wagon Train left an impression on you, we'd love to hear your stories. Share your memories and experiences related to this classic show. Did it make you laugh or cry? Which characters or episodes were your favorites? How did it influence your perspective on cinema or television? Your engagement keeps our community thriving. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cinematic explorations. Let's keep the conversation going. Tell us, how did Wagon Train affect you personally? We can't wait to hear from you.
Mike nació.
Ajá. ¿Y eso qué importa?
Lo que pasó con Ocaya no es su culpa. Debes creer.